I'll interrupt these questions to give a shout out to Christy. I'm here at Bally's. The last segment I filmed, it was on the way in from the parking garage. I stopped at a slot machine, I talked to the camera, and then I went to put my name on the list here at Bally's, which is right over there. And Christy, who is a big fan of the channel, is playing right now. There's 7 people left in the 2 p.m. daily tournament, so hope Christy does well, 5 get paid. And now I'm gonna answer the next question. Do poker rooms use shills or prop players? That's an interesting question because there are signs up on the walls in the poker rooms with a few of the like real official rules. English only, what the rake is, check and raise is permitted, which is hilarious because I guess back in the day check and raise was not permitted. If you check, you can only check call the bet. So those signs sometimes say if you ask the floor if there's a prop player in the game or in the room, they need to tell the truth. This happened once last year at Mandalay. We were opening a new table and one of the guys who sat asked the dealer, are there any prop players in the room? Which I thought was hilarious. I think it's an outdated thing. Like in the 90s, before poker was very popular, and you might have trouble starting games, I think it happened a lot more. I don't think it's really a thing anymore. What you will see is dealers playing. Sometimes they don't know if they're going to need the dealer, if enough tables are going to open, or if the dealer could be sent home. So while they're waiting for this decision, the dealers play. But not like paid prop players actually playing in the games to like get the room going or anything. As far as I know, that doesn't happen anymore. Next question, how often do we get new decks? Like brand new, how long do they last? I think it's a matter of months before they're so worn, they're not in use. Some casinos will like use a hole punch or cut the corners and then just give them away for free, the hole punch or the corners, so they don't get mistaken for cards that are in play. You bring them home, you can use them for home games, things like that. But in Vegas, I actually don't know daily if the cards are changed out or how often. I remember in Atlantic City and Borgata, there was like 2 or 3 times a day, not a request by players. They just came to the table and we got new decks. I can't think of a place in Vegas that does anything like that, so I don't know daily how often they get switched out, but it's a matter of months until they're so worn they can't be used anymore. And the last question is about shufflers. What could the shufflers do? The shufflers definitely know how many cards there are. The shufflers will tell you if cards are missing. The newer ones will tell you which cards they are, which is interesting because sometimes someone bets the river, doesn't get called, we don't see his hand, we're curious. If he forgets to throw his cards in, and the dealer only puts 50 cards in the shuffler, the display on the table will say, you know, there's only 50 cards here, and which 2 cards are missing. So then you get to see the guy's hand on the display. Shufflers now put the cards in order. When a table closes and they're like doing the fill in the well, and they're gonna lock it, and when they're getting the deck ready for future days, for future use, they count to make sure there's the right 52 cards, and then they put it in the shuffler and press a button that puts them in order. Like ace through king, all 4 suits, and it comes out of the shuffler in order, and then the next day when a new table opens and they bring a deck to the table, the dealer has that deck and spreads them out and you see them in order. So the shufflers could do a lot now, which some people get nervous about. I don't care.
Yeah, I got it at the stadium in May.